Happy Thursday morning, everyone. Today's menu is smoked duck meat, and I got a little half a tri-tip there cooking. Got the fire on this side, the smoke on this side. Let's close her back up. Got her stoked up between 200 and 250-ish. The duck should be done in 1 hour. Check back with you then. Okay, it's been about 35 minutes. The duck was getting a little dried on the top, so I flipped them all over. They're looking like they're coming along good. They're not really done yet, but pretty soon. And the tri-tip here, look at the little smoky, crusty on there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this so it gets smoke on the other side a little bit. This is going to be a good one. I trimmed most of the fat off of that thing. Coals are doing good. This is a piece of oak. I got a couple pieces of mesquite wood on there. I got one other one warming up here in case I need it. Smoker pellets down here. Look at that. They're just smoldering away. Everything's going really good here. Those are up. Okay, I'm going to let her go about 20-30 more minutes. I'm going to check on that duck meat and then I'll take it out. Alright, I just took the duck meat off and it actually came out pretty darn good. It's tender and it's medium. You don't want to overcook duck meat because it gets tough, but it came out perfect. Look at the outside of it, has a little bit of smokiness to it. I already tried a little piece and it was tender and juicy and tasty. Pretty happy with it. Okay, the duck meat was all done, and look at the tri-tip. It's coming all good here. Threw a couple of the pork steaks on there that I had in the freezer. Figured I better cook them while I had coals going here. I'm just going to put barbecue sauce on those. This one I put a dry rub. But anyway, I think my coals are going to last about another hour here, which will be perfect for everything. Okay, the pork steaks are starting to get seared a little bit. But I'm not going to fully cook them there. I'm going to partially cook them and sear them, and then I'm going to move them over here away from the coals and shut the lid and just let them slow cook the remainder of the time it takes to cook that tri-tip. I think maybe 1 more hour, so those steaks will be nice and juicy by then. Putting barbecue sauce on them while they sit over here after they sear. Let that stuff soak in and let the glaze kind of bake onto the meat. It'll be good stuff. Alright, well now we're getting somewhere. I've got all these steaks seared and they're 80% cooked. And I gooped them all up with barbecue sauce, and the tri-tip is looking good there too. I've been basting it in its own juice there in the pan. Coals had a little life left in them here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the lid and let it go for a little while longer. Everything's away from the fire, so we should be okay there. See if this temperature goes back up. I want it about maybe 200 now. Not too hot, just to cook it slowly. Okay, my thermometer went back up to about 250, which is about what I want here. 250 is on the high part of the grill. You can see, because heat rises, so I'm imagining down here it's about 200, 220. Perfect to finish off the cook here. I'm going to call it quits at 2 hours here. Okay, folks, well, I got to tell you, I guesstimated that pretty well. All the meat's done, and what I did over here, you know, this used to be a gas grill, and I made it into a charcoal grill, smoker, whatever, and it's only like the 3rd time I smoked any food on this. But anyway, what I did is I put 1 charcoal chimney, actually less than a whole chimney full of charcoal in there, and spread it around, and a little row of smoker pellets on the side, just barely touching the charcoal. I'm going to put one chunk of unburned oak on there, and one chunk of lump mesquite charcoal. Got it blazing up really hot, and close the lid, and that son of a gun lasted for a little over 2 hours, just that little bit. I didn't have to add any more wood. So anyway, highly efficient. Look at those little pork steaks, came out nice, and that tri-tip's going to be good. Got to save that juice to put on it. Oh yeah.